Hello campervan fans, spot the difference straight away. Look at the back doors. It's not my garage doors. The campervan has gone on a little trip. I haven't gone to the counties that we're going to talk about today, but I have moved the campervan off my drive and I've been for a little ride around Cambridgeshire. I'm actually parked on Auntie Sheila's drive. Talked about Auntie Pauline when we were in Cumbria, but this is Auntie Sheila's house right there. And this is the view from Auntie Sheila's driveway. So she's kindly let me do one of the videos for you from her driveway. She just lives in a different part of Cambridgeshire. So as the lockdown restrictions lift, I've been able to give the campervan a little ride out. So today we're going to do 2 in 1. So I'm going to have to try not to get distracted. I'm getting to the point where I've done so many of the counties in England. I'm trying to scoop up the ones that I've missed, and it's really hard. Different websites tell me different things, but on the map of counties that's on the PowerPoints, there are some counties that appear that I want to briefly talk about. So the first one we're going to look at is the one called Rutland. And if I show you roughly where it is on the map, so Cambridge is here and Rutland sits round about here. It's not too far away. So from my driveway in Willingham, it's about 58 miles to Rutland Water, which is a giant man-made lake in Rutland, in the county of Rutland. And that would take about 1 hour and a quarter. So Rutland is landlocked. It's the smallest historic county in England. From north to south, it's only about 18 miles. And it's at its widest point from east to west, it's about 17 miles. So it's the 4th smallest county in the UK. It's only got 2 towns really to speak of. One's called Oakham, one's called Uppingham, and it was reinstated as a county in 1997. So I've just got 3 facts for you about Rutland. So Rutland Water, that I talked about before, is the UK's largest man-made lake. It's similar in size to Lake Windermere, which we talked about when I went to Cumbria, virtually. Rutland residents are apparently called Raddlemen, which is a bit odd. And Rutland hosts a World Championship of Nurdling. Yes, I said nurdling, spelt N-U-R-D-L-I-N-G. And nurdling dates back to Middle Ages, apparently, and competitors throw old pennies onto a drilled hole in a wooden seat. Second county of today is the Isle of Wight. Now, we talked about the Isle of Wight when we visited Hampshire. So here's Cambridge again here. The Isle of Wight is the island down here that sits in the English Channel between 2 and 5 miles off the coast of Hampshire. But again, according to my research, the Isle of Wight is a county in its own right. So I have researched that from the driveway, it would take approximately 4 hours. It's about 160 miles to the Isle of Wight from my driveway, but you've got to allow for going around London, and you need to take your car onto a ferry, a car ferry that gets you across the English Channel. Well, the Solent is the stretch of water, across the water to the island. The Isle of Wight apparently receives on average between 1,800 and 2,000 hours of sunshine each year, which is more than some parts of Spain. A thing I didn't know about the Isle of Wight is that garlic is one of the island's most important exports. And at the height of her reign, Queen Victoria and her husband, Prince Albert, chose the Isle of Wight as their favourite holiday spot. They created a palatial home there called Osborne, and you can visit their house there and the vast estate and garden. So I just wanted to give that a mention. While we're talking about islands, this is not a county of England, but the Isle of Man, some of you might have heard of, is another island off the coast of England. It's to the west of Cumbria and Lancashire, but that's not part of the UK, so I just wanted to throw that in because you might have seen it on the map. It is a self-governing British Crown dependency, which is the same as Jersey and Guernsey, which are some of the Channel Islands. And the Isle of Man has its own parliament, government and laws as well. So I just wanted to clear up that Isle of Wight is a county of England, but the Isle of Man is not. I'll be back soon with another landlocked county.